Good morning. Okay, so as you know, I am out this morning because I am in a training for my principal stuff. And so I have created your video for dividing decimals that is online. It says Dividing Decimals Tuesday. You will watch that video. It's not long, it's about 10 minutes. And then you will do the notes in your math log, which you will have something you'll need to cut and glue in. Remember, don't glue until after you write on it. And then you'll have your try me, which is front and back. The back side, I want you to divide those decimals in the grid so that you can keep them lined up and I can read your handwriting. So you're going to do that. You're going to put your name on it and turn that into the bucket. Still having an issue with name getting put on paper. Guys, I can't give you a grade if I don't know who you are. So you need to make sure you do that. Then you will get to this video. Once you've turned both of those in and watched video one, you'll be at this video in which you will get 3 sheets of paper, and I'm going to explain what I want you to do on them. So the first sheet's going to look like this, and it is all of your multiplication facts. I know, I covered the multiplication chart on the wall. How dare me? We are headed to middle school, and you have got to know your facts. So I don't care if you need to use your fingers, your toes, whatever you need to do. You're not using your cheat sheet. You are multiplying those facts out. All of them, all the way from 1 times 1 to 12 times 12. You're going to give me all of those facts. This is a test grade, and I expect you to have all those facts down. So you're going to put your name on that and turn that into the bucket as well. We're going to do one of these every 6 weeks until all of my children know their facts. So teach your friend their facts. The next sheet that you have, it says model for assessment. It is not going to be a test grade. It's going to be a quiz grade. On the bottom right there, it says, oh, wrong side, page 185. So that's how you know you're on the right sheet. It is the patterns that we talked about yesterday, and it is just division, okay? It tells you to use each model. The only one I don't want you to do the way it says is where it says estimate the quotient. I want you to actually divide those out. You can use the back of the paper because it's blank. Now, on these bottom two where it says use the model, I don't care if you just actually divide those out. You can just divide those out. But the estimation, I don't want you to estimate yet. We will go over estimation tomorrow, so don't jump ahead. I want you to answer these 11 questions. Remember to use the pattern correctly. That's moving the decimal to the left or to the right, depending on what you're doing, okay? So you will put your name on that, and you will put that in the bucket. The last piece, it says an interesting fact, and we're going to call this on the board, I call this multiply and divide fact challenge, because on the bottom here, you will see it has answers. When you get an answer to one of these problems, and again, you want notebook paper to work these out on, and then it'll give you a letter. So you will, when you find the answer, you will write its letter on the line, and then it'll make a phrase or a sentence, and that's how you know that you are right. So again, this is your fact challenge. It's multiplying and dividing those decimals. Please remember that you cannot divide if there is a decimal outside the house. You would move that decimal in. And then also, the number that comes first in the division problem goes inside the house. It is your dividend. Your divisor is the visitor, and he comes second. So make sure that you are writing that on notebook paper and doing each step there. So in total, you are turning into me to the tray your try me, which is from video 1, front and back with rips, and your division on grid. Okay, then you're on video 2, and you're going to turn into me your multiplication facts. You are going to turn into module 4 assessment, which I'm using for a quiz grade, so make sure you do it. And then interesting facts, which is the page that I just showed you. So that is 4 assignments that you have got to get done today. You can get them all done in this class period if you're not chit-chatting with your neighbor, okay? I don't even necessarily care that you do the rips on the 6. What I care is that every single assignment gets done and it's correct. So for that to happen, you've got to be working. And then if in the case you get done with all 4 items and you've turned them in, then my expectation is that you get on that Quizlet. You may screenshot and send me, if you pass the quiz with an 80 or above on Unit 5, multiplying and dividing decimals, if you take the test and score at least an 80 or higher, then you can screenshot that and email it to Miss Webster, and I'll count that as your grade. But remember, I'm really looking for 90s, so you can go back and retake that as well, and then when you get a 90, you can email that to me. But I expect that you're working on those because our quiz grades are not as high as they need to be. So everyone knows what's expected of them. You know exactly what you're working on. If you get done with Quizlet, you've made an 80, you're comfortable, then you can get on Frog Math. And I will go ahead and put that link up as well. So have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all later this afternoon.